Hello, Sage Force, and welcome to your deck review. For those of you joining us for the first time on YouTube, this is a series where I, Maldhound, normally a short-form commander jester, will take a long and hard look at your commander deck and its weird little PP. Your PP being your premise and your practicum. Your premise is the idea behind your deck, is what you hope it does for this deck. It's, I have Vihan Goldwalker, he animates treasures, I'm going to make a lot of treasures, but I won't be spending any of the money, I'll be beating you to death with a Birkin bag. I think that's pretty funny. Your practicum is where it goes wrong. For this deck, it is, man, do we not do enough damage? Man, can we not block any damage? And holy fuck, I hate Vandal Blast. So we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about this player's idea, and then after that, we'll get into the 99 of the deck and see what adjustments can be made there. So I think the big, or really the only mental block I'd like to talk to you about is this one sentence of your primer where you said, the hipster in me claims playing these is giving up on making a unique deck. The hipster in me has been wrong before. I know you already know you're wrong, but let me just nail in the coffin. Unique deck is not a thing worth striving for in this game. I mean, or it's worth striving for. It is not worth, like, you shouldn't put all your chips in that basket. So many people play this game. So many people build decks for this game. Maybe you can build a deck that your playgroup hasn't seen before, but quite frankly, like, somebody else out there in the world has this Vihan deck. It's like the opposite of that thing where if you shuffle a deck of 52 cards enough times, it's like in an order that it's never been in the universe before. It's the opposite for commander deck. Shuffle your deck, you have the same 99 as somebody else. Like, it's just, there's only so many good cards to go around, and when you have a, like, when you're playing in an archetype, which every fucking commander deck is, like, somebody else has done it. If you want the combat step to be important, the hipster in you can be like, these motherfuckers have forgotten about combat damage, and I'm here to remind them. Absolutely take pride in that. Don't run things like Hellkite Tyrant to satisfy that desire within you, but don't chase uniqueness. To you, to anybody watching this video, chase things that make you happy. And if they happen to be roads less traveled, if they happen to be more unique, that can be a great cherry on top. But the people I have known who have tried to deck build, always in pursuit of, like, oh, the cool thing about the deck is how you haven't seen this before, it tends to not end up very satisfying for anybody. Okay. I'm with you on Smothering Tithe. I'm with you on, we don't want the treasures to be a means to an end. We want the treasures to be an end. So let's talk about the big problem. How do we kill people if I don't get the RMS Titanic? The big issue, oh no, hold, we gotta read Vihan together. No typos. No typos. I'm not typo hound. 3 mana, 3/3. Outlaws, Vigilance, and Haste. Beginning of combat, we can turn treasures into 3/3 construct assassin artifact creatures. These are outlaws, in addition to their other types until end of turn. Big problem here, these tokens low-key suck, right? We have to do something to modify their power. We have to do something to modify how many of them we're making. I personally, like, I don't even love the token doubling angle. I'm sure it can get very crazy, but 3/3s feel so whatever to swing. I would rather be swinging, like, fewer 5/5s or fewer 6/6s or something like that. So I think what we have to do for the turbocharging is doing things like Anointed Procession is not going to get us over the hill. What's going to get us over the hill is something that is going to change their stat lines to force people to block them and lose their creatures. Because the way we're going to defend against the crackback is one of two ways. We have to be board wiping everything that is not an artifact creature, which is possible. We could do that. Board wiping at instant speed, much harder, if at all possible. Or what I'm recommending, which is we throw so much damage at you that you have to block, and blocking fucks up your ability to hit me back. We can also throw in a few of the white protection spells, like so, like, really good packages for this to maybe take out a player and not get immediately murdered. Morning Tide's Light, you exile all of their board. Um, and then you can do Teferi's Protection on your end. You can Galadriel's Dismissal somebody else's board, or you can Galadriel's Dismissal your own board and then board wipe, because this is 4 mana, and so since you're in Mardu, you could do like, okay, kick Galadriel's Dismissal, cheap Blasphemous Act. Kick Galadriel's Dismissal, cheap Vanquish the Horde. Like there's a lot of 5 to 7 mana combinations you can do in the late game that will let you do a one-sided board wipe. So we're either going to be doing one-sided board wipes, or we're going to be going like what you already have, but more of this. Give me Elish Norn Grand Cenobite. I'm going to swing like, you don't even need a million treasures, right? I swing 4 or 5. I swing 20 to 25 damage at you. Mid to late game, you're probably blocking. The one point I want to return to for the premise, why I'm focusing on like we have to get this damage to be really high, is because you're cutting yourself off from a lot of the value the commander is designed to take advantage of. If you want people to really care about a combat step, great. This commander was definitely built to be like the best friend of Nadir's Nightblade, right? It was meant to be like, okay, well, now my treasures are going to drain you and they're going to hit you for 3. Like, that's why they have vigilance. I'm not saying it's the only way you can build the deck, but you are fighting an uphill battle by making this deck only combat damage focused, which means when we go for the swing, it has to be a really fucking big swing. I don't think it's enough to get wide. I think it has to be like I'm creating a 2 or more power differential on how big these tokens are. So other things that can do that. Oh, I really want to recommend Crescendo of War. I'm not going to, because you don't have blockers. This is very, very good if you can block, and this is fucking resolutely terrible if you cannot. So let's look at maybe Anthem, because another thing you could do, if we didn't want to build it up all at once, is we could do other things that buff artifact creatures, right? Because then we get a turn with our treasures, Steel Overseer taps, they're 4/4s. Next turn, they're 5/5s. We're doing it in parts, but this is also a 2 mana play. And so it's like, it's not very committal to have to do it. I think there's also Iron Spider. I think they're printing a number of these effects. We'll do Power Boost to all. Oracle Artifact. Yeah, great. We have Steel Overseer. I don't love Cage Sun. You could run Requisition Raid just as part of your interaction package. Like, this is a thing where, is it the best interaction possible? Fuck no. But is it interaction that I can also use to get over the hump of like, okay, now there are fewer and fewer creatures that are able to block me effectively? Yeah. You could do things like Chief of the Foundry. You could definitely do Illustrious Wanderglyph. Holy shit. Holy shit, would this honk the fuck out of people. And I can feel, or I think I feel, the ghost of your hipster self calling out to me from underneath my basement floorboards. And it's saying, no, I don't want to play normal artifact stuff. I want a unique deck. This is why, like, we don't fight for a unique deck, because you're saying at that point, okay, I want a treasures deck that is not using them as treasures, it's using them as creatures, but I also don't want to synergize with them as artifact creatures, which is another like very, very well-rounded archetype. So I just want to, hold on. Illusion of Choice, the far side. Like, this is the situation you're in right now, where it's like, either you can do aristocrat stuff or you can do artifact creature stuff, but that's what treasures are, buddy boy. Either way, we're gonna have to give in to one of these demons where we're playing into the idea of buffing our artifact creatures, or like, God, Tempered Steel would go so hard, bro. God, it would go so hard. Because that's really the difference maker. Like, we're talking about, how do I survive a crackback? How do I make my treasures do enough? Having the early treasures chip in for nearly twice as much damage as they currently do, um, having because I'm thinking about situations where somebody has like a 3/4 or God forbid a 5/5 to block with, then it's like, fuck, I don't want to get damage in because I'm going to lose a treasure. And losing a treasure is really bad for me because I don't get any benefits from that because I didn't build my deck to be a treasure aristocrats deck, which means I'm probably going to hold back. I'm probably going to be a little afraid with my swings because I can't afford to get in there and get nasty. Versus if they have 1/5/5 and I have 3 treasures and all my treasures are 5/5s, I'm going in on you, bro. What are you gonna do? Give up your commander to get rid of 1 treasure? Okay, idiot. And that's how we like run the game out from there. So do we have did I just miss? No, I didn't miss Tempered Steel. So that's where my money would be. I would be valuing things like Tempered Steel, things like Illustrious Wanderglyph over your current token doublers, even though I know I know I sound like a fucking crazy man saying that. I would also be valuing interaction like Requisition Raid anywhere we could fit it in. Um, Obelisk of Ur go kind of crazy. Go a little bit crazy, go a little bit stupid on it. Same thing, +2/+2. Getting to 5/5 is fucked up in this world. We're not going to do energy. Might Overseer's crazy. This is not good enough. This is a bracket 2 card. But what a phenomenal bracket 2 card it is, giving all my treasures, making them all 4/3s with first strike. Fuck yeah. That's great. This is all goblins. I might even consider Chrome Dome. It depends on how many other useful artifacts you get up in this deck, but like, yeah, I don't see a lot right now that I would love. I see a lot of other very, very solid cards that I do love. Monarchy's crazy, brother. What the fuck? Hold on. Okay, real quick. Like, I want to love and respect what you have going on. The like second line of your primer was, oh man, I just can't stop people from beating the shit out of me. And you're running the monarchy? I'm putting these on just no, no, no. You are the most assassinatable regent in all the land. I would recommend know this. I would recommend any other card draw engine. Phyrexian Arena. Whatever the fuck you want. I know it says assassin on it. I know you're like, vigilance haste on my assassins. Don't give yourself the monarchy. Season of the Bold's really cute. Tap Treasures does suck, but it is very, very cute. The rest of these pretty good. Me personally, I'm not a believer in Smuggler's Share. I just don't think it would trigger very much. You don't have to run Tithe. There's the new Hobbit spoiler that would be very, very good for this deck. It's probably gonna be way, way too expensive. Set Hob, mana value 3, ID white. It's like Gleaming Splendor or something. Holy shit, I got it in one. Holy fucking shit. Yeah. On their second card each turn, you make a treasure token. It's a 2-drop. You can pay 3 to make you draw a card and make somebody else draw a card, so it fits nicely into your draw section and into your treasure making section. So that can replace Smuggler's Share immediately. God damn, death to our enemies is insane. Love Grasp of Fate. Love Minimus Containment. I'm okay with Rakdos Charm. Love Reckless Endeavor. I think Exercise is probably what I would turn into Requisition Raid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little playtesty test, and if I would hit one of these fuck ass doublers, I'm gonna hit a banner and I'm gonna see how good I feel about it. Does not seem like a fast opening hand, but it is a opening hand. And I saw what you said about turn 1 land pass sucks. Yeah, if you want to be in bracket 3, like fast mana's really powerful. This is a deck where I would say like my entire bracket 3 budget is in fast mana. Like I'm playing Even though Soul Ring doesn't get you to your commander, it gets you to the setup pieces really well, and your commander doesn't matter until you have treasures on board. But I would be doing like, I have Soul Ring, I might even have Dark Ritual. I don't know if you can convert the black pips well enough, but like Soul Ring, um, maybe even a fucking like Mox Diamond or something, like just to begin playing the game a little bit sooner. Wow, we are really just getting not shit going, huh? All right, 4. We're at 5. All right, dumbass. Ancient Ancient Copper Dragon has been hardcast on turn 5. But from like here, we're fine, right? We go Ancient Copper. What do I roll a d20? 4. Okay, no, actually perfect. I make 4 treasures. I've gotten a bad roll. I'm very, very sad. You know what is not okay with those 4 treasures? Anything but Depth Shaker Titan. But now that we have Depth Shaker Titan, those can represent like a little bit of damage. We still have to wait a little bit longer because Depth Shaker Titan is gonna make them all sacrifice themselves. Um, oh wait, no, because we just don't target them. We target 0. Vihan makes them a creature, and then we use the static banner. Never mind. Great. So now we have 6/6s that we're throwing around. Now we're fucking good. Like they could shoot Ancient Copper Dragon, and it's like, okay, I have 4 6/6s on my turn. I'm gonna spend my mana to revive this guy, slow style. And so I think, as is the case with many people as they march up the brackets, because as you march up the brackets, a lot of people are like, oh, combos, oh, crazy synergy. Just hit a motherfucker. Just hit a motherfucker for like 5 damage, 6 damage, 7 damage. I'm sorry, I can't stop. Can't do it. I think for you specifically, banners that are just giving you like +1/+1 or +1/+0 like Chrome Dome, not good enough unless you have follow-on synergy. So you have to have other artifacts that are like really juicy, right? Like Depth Shaker Titan's really, really juicy. Um, you might accept Steel Overseer, but it wouldn't be like the best thing ever. Illustrious Wanderglyph would be really, really juicy. It would get us to +4/+4 on all these guys. But I think that's the issue. Not that you don't have enough. I think it's that they're not big enough. Because you can never make enough treasures to make up for the fact that you don't have blockers on your turn. What you can do is make them hit hard enough to make your opponents give up the things they were going to crack you with. What about this hand? We get land, we get a little removal, we have Chronicle of Victory. Puppet Master is a really cute shout. I do enjoy that you did this. We're gonna strike it rich. Pretend I fetch something good here. And like I know you talked about not using the treasures as treasures. I think this is where you would go, okay, I get rid of the treasure. Like I want fast mana. Being able to play Puppet Master on turn 2 is so fucking good for this deck. Holy shit. It's gonna get, a threat away from us. We low-key get fucked because our 3rd land can't make colors, and I did not think about that. That's my bad. I still think it's good, though, because we're still going to get to goad something. We're going to get to build up a little treasure pile. Then on this turn, we go Vihan, do it again, make another treasure. Next turn, we get fucked a little bit. I'm going to discard... Oh, well, I could Beseech the Mirror. What would I Beseech the Mirror for? What's a bad option that I could lie about to prove my point? Um, I actually don't think I would do it yet. I think I would be doing Unexpected Windfall and then doing Beseech the Mirror on the next turn. But like this is a situation where I could be beseeching the mirror for Mondrak, right? If I beseech the mirror for Tempered Steel, I'm in a way better position because now all of a sudden I can swing 20 damage. Um, and that will probably force some bad blocks that might keep me alive a little bit longer. And then, like, by the combination of that and one removal spell, I can make it to my next turn where I can swing 25 damage maybe. And those are the types of buildups I would be trying to run out. And then Raven Charm's really cute, but the instant speed nature of this card is wasted on you because you give up all of your creatures. I would turn this into like Morning Tide's Light. I think this would better serve you as like, hey, get rid of all your blockers. I can't take damage for a turn. I'm doing player removal right now. And then I think we've talked about a number of what the other swaps could be. But get some power on this motherfucking table, dog. So any VHON enjoyers, let me know in the comments if you have a different idea. Otherwise, I wish you the very best, and I do hope this helps.